Boy, 2009, when you look back at it, it was really the year of the "what the fuck did I just see" movies. Let me explain what I mean by that. 2009, I saw three movies that not only made me angry when I saw them, but I was astonished how bad they were and that they were successes, despite being utter pieces of shit. Those three movies are X-Men Origins Wolverine, which I consider the worst superhero movie ever made, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, which you've already heard me talk about in detail, and possibly the worst of the bunch in today's review, the Twilight Saga New Moon. I can actually explain the plot for you in 10 seconds. You guys see that? Okay, now go. Go. Basically, Bella throws a fit because Edward leaves her after he harms her, and that's about it. She's pissed off that her vampire boyfriend has left. There, God damn. Well, I didn't. It says 15.3 seconds, but I did finish it I did finish it in 10 seconds. This was actually the first movie I had seen where nothing happens. I mean, barely nothing happens. I mean, Bella is just a whiny, self-centered bitch, and went around Jacob, this werewolf kid. She's a cock tease, and whenever Jacob's around, he is such a pussy. I mean, for being a wolf. I mean, I'm not even gonna call him a werewolf because he's not bipedal. He doesn't do a thing. He's just very oversensitive. I mean, it's like, what? Then Edward for wanting to leave Bella because he doesn't want to hurt her. Why the heck does he pull a Jedi ghost and pop up in places where Bella is about to kill herself and say, "Don't do that"? I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, there's one point Jacob's even teaching her to ride a motorcycle, and he's like, "No, don't do that." It's like, well, why don't you come back, you fucking pathetic excuse for a vampire? I mean, they're not even vampires. I don't know what they are. They are red-eyed, glittery people. You can tell this movie does not bode well with me, and it's not just because it's a Twilight movie. I mean, it's because it really does suck. I mean, when I heard stuff about this movie, because I didn't see this in the theater, I mean, why would I? I mean, I was like, okay, I really have to rent this movie because I gotta see what the fuck it is that people are talking about in this movie. I mean, it's really frustrating for me. It irritated me a lot of the time. The CGI on the wolves just looks so bad. It looks so horrible. I mean, if there's one thing I could say good about the movie that's unintentional, is that it is probably one of the greatest unintentional comedies I have seen in a long time, because the dialogue is so horrible, and I thought, okay, there's no way the books could be this bad, but I mean, like, if this movie is really as shitty as it is, which it is, that must mean the book and all the other books are complete shit, which apparently they are. I haven't read them, but I don't plan to read them, and I don't need to read a book in order to get pre-knowledge about the movies. I didn't read any of the Harry Potter books before seeing the movies. I didn't read the Hunger Games before seeing that movie. I didn't read any of the Lord of the Rings books when seeing the movie. I didn't read Jurassic Park or Jaws when seeing the movies, so you don't need to depend on a book or something to understand what's going on in the movie. The movie should be its own thing. The one thing that really just bothered me throughout the whole movie is why does almost every guy in this movie why are they missing a shirt? Are they like all the guys in the Wolf Clan? Are they just too poor to afford a shirt? I mean, I know, like, you gotta have eye candy for the girls. They got the abs to show, and I don't mind that. It just goes way too overboard, and I mean, it's just like you don't see when a movie like mainly a raunchy comedy has a lot of topless girls. It's like scattered here and there. I mean, these days it's almost a shock to see a girl topless. So, I mean, in those movies, like, you get topless girls scattered here and there. This movie, it's like too much. It's like overexposed. Like, okay, yes, they have abs. I get it. Actually, do something. Make a good movie. Thing as Twilight, there's no good movie inside at all. But the worst part has to be when we see Edward without a shirt, and I'm sure it's probably the makeup. I'm probably sure it's some special effects or whatever, but my God, I've never seen anything as white as him. I mean, it's like Edward went into his parents' basement for 6 months, played World of Warcraft for 6 months, came out and pale as hell. I mean, women, look at this. Look at this. I may not be tan like Jacob, but that's probably because of the lighting in my dorm. But I am better looking than Edward will ever be in the entire series. Just a heads up. Now, before I give my rating for this movie, I should probably explain in detail why I gave it 2 stars to the first Twilight. Well, I said, I mean, as a Twilight movie, it's a generous rating, but as a movie just on its own, like, if that was the only movie that was going to be made, I'm like, it's not good at all, but, I mean, I don't feel like anything went unresolved. This movie brings up stuff that doesn't get resolved at all in the movie, and frankly, as I saw the series, I forgot existed. First of all, a subplot from the first Twilight movie pops its ugly head up for a mere second in this movie, and then gets resolved in Eclipse. We get the introduction of the Volturi, which, as the movies go on, I forget they even exist at all. And the whole wolf tribe thing is just ridiculous. Something that just, like, what was the point of that when they mentioned in the first movie? But, I don't know, just that it brought up some more ridiculous bullshit that was never explained or hardly touched upon in the first movie. Just, God, I hate this movie. So, that's the reason why I gave Twilight 2 stars. This movie, despite some very hilarious moments, unintentional moments because of horrible dialogue, just ridiculous situations, it's 0 stars. It's just absolute shit. It was the worst movie of 2009. Ugh. So, that's it. I mean, New Moon just sucks. It sucks balls, like Bella Swan does. But there's still more to go, unfortunately, so I'll see you guys in the next review.